Hey guys, it's your boy MKS here, back in a video. Looks like we had a storm again recently. Well, looks like we had a storm again recently. So it was a lot of thunder, unfortunately. Like I was like saying my prayers as usual. Whenever it's thunder and all that kind of thing, hoping it would go away. The sky looks a bit blue in some areas and a bit cloudy in others. So it seems the storm keeps coming back and going away. So I hope it will stay away. And whether we come back another day or not, still. I'm sure, obviously, you have to have different weather phenomena. But anyway, I'm going to try and talk about my plans for the future. And as I've talked before about these patterns, and I like to organise different things on different days and different dates. So some of my plans, which I've been probably procrastinating about or whatnot. I don't think I was procrastinating that much. But anyway, sorry, I'm laughing. So hope everyone's well as ever. And here goes. Here are some of my plans for Banking Tuesdays or Business Tuesdays or on Enterprise Tuesdays and things like that. A while back when I decided different days, what I'm going to plan for different days, I said Tuesday will be like for banking, and I had all these grandiose dreams about working with banks and things like that, networking with banks and all these different ideas about monetary systems. Maybe I'll talk about those in the future, like on one Friday, Fun Friday, I talk about my confessions about my mad ideas about banking and things like that. But anyway, here goes. So number one, I hope to find out as much as I can about Asian banks, the top banks in Asia, how many banks there are in Asia, a list of top 30 banks if there are that many or whatever, and that sort of thing. Number two, looking at how ideas to benefit Asia's economies and maybe teach young people about banking, how banks work, and things like encouraging mentors to teach people in Asia about banks, how banks work, how to get more people into banking, like this, people from disadvantaged backgrounds in Asia, and girls into banking, and female empowerment, as I call it, and people from slums and orphanages perhaps to learn about banking and how to give them more credit. I think it's Eunice Khan who made this thing. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about banks. Banks giving loans to, it was like a small micro lender sort of thing where it lended banks to people. I think it was mainly in Bangladesh or developing countries, or he's from Bangladesh, but so things like that to support women to get support in banking, helping Asian women into banking and things like that. And again, learning about banks and all that sort of thing. Number three, on Fridays, I hope to talk maybe about top female entrepreneurs from Asia, and things like Tigresses of Asia, a potential network and also they could work with Lionesses of Africa and things like that to empower women in developing countries, if you like, or what I call the four, and especially Asia in banking and business, looking at their entrepreneurs, like Forbes list of top Asian entrepreneurs and all sorts of things like that, female entrepreneurs as well, like Feminism Fridays. And that sort of thing. Number four, I hope to do like one of my infamous list videos, if you like. Hopefully some people out there enjoy it. But this video about the top businesses in Asia, top 30 businesses, and I hope to make one about businesses and another one about entrepreneurs or CEOs. I know they're kind of the same thing, or business owners, but I hope to have a different list for each one, and raise the profile of as many Asian entrepreneurs as possible, including my list of 30 or whatever. Maybe some days I should do like a vary it and have a different number sort of list, like a 10 or 20 or 100 or whatever. But yeah, so the top entrepreneurs, number five, and sometimes like random entrepreneurs as well. List of 30 random entrepreneurs in Asia, or even some from the diaspora as well, not just from Asia itself, but from Asian backgrounds and part Asian backgrounds and that sort of thing, which hopefully will inspire people from Asia. If all being well, I'll do that next Monday, or Answering Call Tuesday, depending on time and how much I plan it. Like the top, I'll find out, write on paper, and maybe I can read it from paper, so I'll have an actual list there, so I'll remember the names and I won't be stuttering too much, hopefully. But yeah, so the top, say, top 30 entrepreneurs in Asia, or the top, again, just random entrepreneurs, or again, CEOs, or business people, whatever, that sort of list, and do as many lists as I can. If I can't do it then next week, then maybe the week after, or maybe in August sometime. But again, hopefully people share information about those entrepreneurs. I think that's number five. I lost count, but yeah. So Number 5, so those sorts of lists, and hopefully people will share information about, as I say, entrepreneurs from Asia. Even governments could share that information, because obviously it will be helping their profile, raise the profile of their entrepreneurs. People like Tony Fernandez, I think, who owns Air Asia and things like that. And also, on that note, number 6, also the top businesses in Asia themselves, like Air Asia might be one of them, or whatever, or sometimes random businesses in Asia raising their profile, and possibly looking at ideas to help them to collaborate and network together. Pan Asia Network for enterprise, where Air Asia, I think, which is in Malaysia, could work with other airlines or other companies in different sectors as well, like see how they can collaborate. So like companies that can work with an airline in different ways to provide certain things, or how they can network with other airlines around the world, but especially to benefit Asia. Number 7, I hope to also benefit Asia's tourism industry and sector, like Incredible India and Malaysia, Truly Asia, and how they can network together and learn from each other, and how they can teach other Asian nations to have slogans, catchy slogans for their airlines, or for their tourism, and how they can collaborate with other Asian network businesses like the airlines, and how they can promote tourism, and how they can work together, and the ferries, other such forms of transport, and how they can network together and give tourists the best possible experience, and hopefully encourage more people to go to Asia and that sort of thing. Maybe network with African technology groups to make sure tourists are safe and have a good experience and things like that. I've got a terrible feeling I've miscounted this list, I'm sure. Anyway, I think that was number 7. Number 8, again, like how to encourage Asians to get into business, like encouraging girls to have more rights, and maybe if more girls got into business and politics and things like that, they could be empowered so that they would have more rights and that sort of thing. Number 9, again, hope for people from Asia to learn about business planning, especially from a young age, especially young girls, and like groups and organizations, NGOs, charities, philanthropy groups, philanthropists, successful entrepreneurs themselves, businesses and all that, like Virgin, could perhaps teach people like girls and people with dyslexia and those sorts of groups, people from slums and orphanages, how to make a business plan, people from disadvantaged backgrounds across Asia as well, generally how to make a business plan and that sort of thing. And young people, again, people from slums, orphanages, people without, like fundraising for more education for them, but also entrepreneurial education, and again, making business plans and prioritizing and how to organize themselves and things like that. And number 10, again, hope to support young people across Asia, and including Asian YouTubers, find out the top 30 Asian YouTubers, and also Asian YouTubers around the world, and top 30 people, Asian YouTubers of Asian background, and especially from Asia itself. And again, 30 random Asian YouTubers, the top places to see and things to do in Asia, and again, fundraising to teach Asians about entrepreneurship. I know Asians can often be good at entrepreneurship, but people from like slums, orphanages, people with low confidence, people from poorer backgrounds, people with dyslexia. A lot of entrepreneurs in the West with dyslexia do well, but in Asia, where there might be where people don't understand about dyslexia, they might not get the support they need, so they struggle. I really hope I didn't miscalculate this list. As ever, I'd love to know what you think. Did I cover new ideas? Did I repeat too many things, or whatever you think? Please don't hold back your feedback. My dog is so annoying sometimes. You can probably hear him barking. And yeah, so hopefully help young people into entrepreneurship. I'm sure there was something I forgot. But, anyway, I think that covers everything for now. If I forgot anything, I'll probably put it in the comment section. Peace and love. Peace out.